Hello friends, in this video I am talking about user personas. A user persona is an effort to know the user. Now as a software developer you may think, why do I need to know the user? I just work on requirements. So let's take an example. You have to create a cashier system, a system which can generate bill, take cash and return the change. Simple 3-step system. This system, if you have to develop for a supermarket user who is using this system in an air-conditioned environment where the queues are relatively managed, he has a support for feeding the data and some well-educated person in the age range of 20 to 25 years is using this particular application. Scenario 1. Scenario 2, this particular system is used by a utility clerk in a government office of India. This clerk is of age of 55 plus, having big glasses. He is sitting in a room where there is no air conditioning. The queues in front of him are relatively not managed and they are usually long. Now, do you think this system has to be developed differently for these two different user personas? If you think that user persona is a tool to know your user. So what we do in it, we create a virtual user profile. We think of a user, we may put a picture of a real pitch, not like this. We may put a real, it's a fictitious character, but a pitch which can help you to connect with this particular person. So we may put a picture of it. We may put a basic details, identity details related to this person. We may give him a name. We may talk about his age, education, marital status, experience level, all basic information which helps us to know this particular person. We also try to know his soft areas, like what he likes. Is he like voice feedbacks or he prefer to read it over the screen? For example, a utility clerk having big glasses may like a system should beep as something gets over. The feedback should come by way of a beep sound. Some second user, a supermarket user, may want to see it over the screen. So what kind of likes and dislikes? Where do they spend time? Like how they use internet? Do they go on Facebook or do they use Google for searching and reading material? Why are we doing all this? Because we want to know this guy. Why do we want to know this guy? Because if we know him well, we can design a system which is useful and easy for this particular user. And many times the users are not captive users of ours. They are spread across internet. Especially if you are making an e-commerce kind of project where you don't control users. They always have a right to close your website. So in such cases, you want to ensure that your users should stick to your application, stick to your website, and it can only happen when you really know them and create your system as per their need. In user persona, we also talk about narrating the complete day of individual, like how we spend time from say 6 a.m. till 11 p.m. what he does in the complete day. Now when we have a fictitious virtual user which is representing, this person should be representing your primary user segment. You are not going to do a user persona analysis for all possible user roles or combinations who are going to use your system. This much investment you usually put on a segment which is your primary segment. When you have all this information, whenever you prioritize your user stories or requirement, you always think of him. Say for example, if I give this person name Joy, so when I am prioritizing requirement, I will think, will Joy feel good about this feature? Will this feature make Joy visit the website again? Even when we are having internal team conversation, using the persona names always enriches the conversation because it creates a direct connect between the people and the expected user uses. So this was a video related to user personas, and if you have any follow-up queries, please post your queries in our forum, forum.eisenbridge.com. Thank you.